Hello, welcome to my video. So this is going to be my predictions for England, for what's coming up for United Kingdom. I'll get to the, so when I look, I actually do have the chart for Boris Johnson. So he's a Gemini, the Scorpio moon, he's a lot of Gemini actually. He's got Mercury, Venus, Mars in Gemini. So he's an actual, look, he's a Libra, ascending Libra. If you got to know him, I feel like he would be very fun. There is an aspect of secrecy with that Scorpio moon, but he'd be a very networker. He would be, young and youthful person. Maybe that's why, he's got a wife, young child. But he would actually be very sociable, and that's probably why we saw with the whole scandal about the socializing in the parties and lockdown, because he's a Gemini. Geminis are social butterflies. They like to socialize. So when I seen his chart by what would get him out, there is something happening for him this week ahead with the conjunction of the Jupiter, the Uranus with the True Node and Mars coming together in his 8th house. It's close over his Jupiter. So he's going to have luck with this aspect. So unexpected luck coming up with his life lesson. There's something big happening him to do with his 8th house, which is a house of money. So, it could be that he goes earlier. Because I have a feeling that they're saying it was 12 weeks, I think it was, and it was September. The new person is going to be deciding to come in. I kind of feel like it might be shorter. So there's something in that 8th house, but it's going to be good for him, potentially coming up this week in the chart. What got him out, from what I can kind of see, I can see that in relationships for him, he actually has a natal, he's got natal Saturn in the 5th, which is problems with relationships and children as well. But he's got transit Saturn in his 5th as well. He's got transit Chiron in the 7th. So in terms of relationships, that would probably not be working in his favor well. But he's born with Neptune in the 2nd house. So he's being of service. That's with his work. But Neptune, I always see, has a dissolve aspect. So we can see with him that, the job that he had, it kind of dissolved. So, and he wasn't there for a lot, forever. So that's what I feel like when I look at the chart of why he would come out. He's actually quite spiritual when I look at his chart too. For him with work, he's more about legal. So I don't know what his background is, but when I look at the MC, which is in Cancer, so he would be very nurturing career with others. There would be looking at home nurturing, but I go to where the moon is, which is in his 1st house. He can be quite an emotional person in Scorpio there. So with his work, there is a hidden aspect with his work and what he does with his career. There is an unknowing. There is a bit of secrecy that goes on with his work. That's what goes in the chart. What the chart says. But I feel like with him, I feel like we haven't heard the last of him. I do feel like he's going to bounce back. I feel like this guy bounces back, and he's meant to work within, I feel like underground or secrecy, but he's also meant to be of service in the way he earns his money. Probably relationships for him at the moment. Actually, relationships for him will get better next year. He'll actually do better with his partner, relationships. So I just feel like we haven't heard the last of him. I feel like even though his aspect of climbing the ladder kind of failed, he's still going to be there and about. I kind of feel like he may even go work for some big or maybe representative for England in United Nations or the WHO, something. He's not out yet. There's still more for this guy to do. And I see it in the chart, but there's a lot of secrecy with his work that comes in with this. A bit of deception there too. But ultimately, when I look at his Gemini energy, there's a light hardness with him and a fun aspect. When we look at the other two candidates that are in, so actually I have a picture with them with me here. The lady, the name is Liz Truss. She stands out more. I feel like she may be the one to take it out, because she stands out to me. Even before this came about, I was seeing a female for the next for England, and I was seeing blonde, and she's blonde. I do kind of feel I'm drawn to her. She's actually a Leo. So she is a Leo sun. She's got a Piscean moon. Mercury is in Cancer. And then we've got her Uranus. So the conjunction this week is happening over her Mars. So let's see what happens this week. There could be unexpected strength. Could be unexpected life lesson. There's something big on her too over Mars. I don't have her time of birth, so I don't know her whole chart. I just know her planets, where they lie and what's hitting each other. But being a Leo sun, she's a fire sign. People tend to like fire signs more. They are more the leaders. I feel like she's a lady of action. I feel like she's a lady of her words. I feel like she does have an honor or truth about her. Look, she's in government, so of course there is things that she's hiding as well. But I feel like she does want to rule, and I feel like she saw this opening up, and she's gonna like take it. Kind of feel like behind the scenes she was egging on the other guy to make moves as well. I feel like, and she's got that Pisces moon. So Pisces, there is a caring aspect that's going to come up. It is going to, with the Leo there is a tendency of it being about them and the ego. But the Piscean and even the Cancer and the Mercury in Cancer will smooth that over a little bit with her, and show her more humanitarian aspect to her. But it also, with that Pisces, there also is a little bit of manipulation there. But she does stand out at me. I feel like just more stronger than the other guy. So the other guy, is it Rusky? I don't know. Sorry for not saying his name properly. He's a Taurus sun. He's got an Aries moon. And he's got... so for him, the conjunction, it's funny because I don't have their times. But what I did see, 3 of them, they've got this conjunction over a planet. So you've got her, which is over... It's going to be over Mars. And then his Mars is unexpected. She'll be unexpected anger, unexpected strength. Come up something's going to happen with her. She might get very angry. But with him, it's over the... he's got Uranus. He's also got some planets over planets too with him. That's coming up as well. So it's very close over his Mercury. So that's with communication. So there's something about with him that's going to be unexpected communication. With the Mars there, again, it could be Spitfire, angry. I feel like he's going to be a bit angry with this. This is going to come up. But again, it's going to be a sort of a lesson for him, for both of them to learn. So they've all got these conjunctions over planets. It's interesting. So he's a Taurus. He can be quite stubborn being a Taurus. Good with money. I think that's why he was the treasurer, I believe. So that fits in with money. The Aries sun will puts him to wanting that leadership, wanting that there's a power behind him. There's fire energy behind him. But he is younger than her. He's very young. And I feel like I'm just drawn more to her than him. I feel like he's sensible, but at the same time a bit reckless. If he doesn't get in this time, don't rule him out for future endeavors wanting to be coming ahead. I just kind of feel like it may not be his time just yet. I feel like she's more the networker. She's got the cards laid down on what she wants. So his Mercury is and his Mercury is in Taurus too. So even the way how he thinks and communicates, he's very stubborn-minded, this man. He's not budging with the way he thinks. For her, she has more of a open thinker. I feel like the way she thinks is a little bit more open than what he is. She is more about, I feel like, family values as well. Mercury, the way she thinks, that Mercury being her Cancer, sign of Cancer. She's very steady, but I feel like she's up for the challenge. And I do feel like she's got a lot of interest in this, to what's coming up. I don't feel like he's quite ready yet for this position. That's what I feel like. But I am more drawn to her with that. Okay. What else I was getting for England coming up here? Okay, I feel like there's a need of balance to be had for England. So at the moment, there's a bit of like a nightmare. There's a lot of things going on there. I feel like there needs to be a bit of balance there. I also feel like there needs to be a step back and into tradition. I feel like you guys need to go back to traditional values and to be able to go forward. Like you need to take a step back before moving forward a bit. I feel like that Boris Johnson might be out in August. I feel like it was shorter than September, but I can be wrong. I'm fine with that, but I kind of felt like August he would be out more than September, but we'll see what happens. Okay. I feel like your winter, like we've had a very cold winter here in Australia where I am. I feel like you're going to get a cold winter too. And same with New York, actually. I've got to do one for New York video for those questions. I feel like I've also seen a lot of water. So I feel like the rain that we've been having, you're going to get. Because I did see flooding, but I saw the snow. When you guys started to snow there, I saw a lot of snow coming in. So I feel like you're going to get these unexpected weather events too. And as I said in my previous videos, I don't feel like it's climate change. The world is changing. The world as we know it is changing. Don't forget, we got the flares coming from the sun. We do have the planet, which is the polar north and south polar shifts. Polar moves, and the actual world is spinning faster. So we've gone through ice ages. The world has gone through its own things that happens, and this is part of it. I'm not saying that we all don't contribute to certain things, which we do obviously, but I wouldn't just blame it all on us. It's also the environment and the world doing and with the planets. Okay, but yes, I feel like more snow. I also saw flooding too, or that with the bridge, the water rising up. Okay, I feel like the farmers, the protesting that are happening in Europe, I feel like they're going to protest in England too. The farmers there protesting with that. I kind of feel like England is going to take a step back. I mean, you already done the exit out of Brexit, out of the European Union, and I don't feel like you're going back there. I do feel like you're going to take a step back. You don't want to be involved in that. So I do feel like a bit of a taking a bit of a step back with that one. I felt like Scotland. So Scotland, I saw going to do a referendum about them not being in the Commonwealth. That I did see on the news. I feel like they're going to break away. I do feel like they will. And if it's not now, I feel like by 2026 they've done it. But I do feel like they are going to break ties, and they want to be their own. They want to bring back their own values, their own culture. I know there's a lot of history there with that. Okay, I still see the Queen being around here. I don't like predicting death, but I still see the Queen being here for a little while. I don't see her going anywhere till 2026. So I love the Queen personally. I still see her kind of staying there. Okay, I feel like I didn't get a timeline when this is going to happen, but I have always felt for Harry and Meghan. When they got married, I actually got a 5 through like 5 years. I'm not sure. I think 5 years is next year. I think maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I was getting a 5 with them. But I feel like when that marriage is done, I feel like Harry will return back to the royal family. I feel like he will come back with his tail in between his legs. Like I said in my other videos, I still see the crown going to William, not Charles. So if Charles does get in, like they're saying he does, it could be, it could be for a short while, but I see more going to William than Charles. I just see William more there on the throne than Charles. I feel like it's going to be unexpected news. And I feel like people still are not happy with Charles with the whole Diana and Camilla thing. People feel like they're being cheated a little bit with that. yeah. And I kind of felt with Camilla, I kind of feel like she's going to be left out, and I feel like she's not going to be happy. She's going to be the way I feel like she's not happy with the way that she's been treated. I don't know if that's going to come out or not, but that's how I feel when I tune into that situation. I kind of feel like he just married her because he had to. Not, I know they're trying to now, manipulate things and say that it's love. I never got that, and in fact, I was going to do a video on Charles's chart because he actually has issues with every person he's with. It's actually him and the two boys have Chiron in the fifth house. So no matter who that they're all with, they're not completely happy. And I feel like he was forced to sort of marry Camilla. But I don't feel like their marriage is actually happy in all that it's made out to be. I feel like they sort of tolerate each other. And I kind of feel like he's kind of trapped now. He's kind of put himself in a bit of a hole with that. You said Maureen. I get another child for Kate and William. I feel like potentially there's 4 children there. I think she did. Sometimes I do get maybe they don't make it too. So I know that I think there may have been a miscarriage there with her, but I see 4 children with her. So it's like perhaps she's going to be pregnant with child number 4 coming up. I kind of feel like the English pound, I feel like that's going to go up for some reason. I just feel like it's going to go up. And I feel like that you're going to strengthen your ties with America. So I do feel like that's going to be strengthened. I did feel like I did get a sense of preparing for war coming up for you guys too. Now, I don't know if this is about the foot and mouth, the thing that's coming on here, but I did see there was a thing about a sheep. I saw your sheep, and then I saw like a vax. I don't know if you're going to vaccinate your sheep for some reason, but I did feel like it could have been the foot and mouth thing. But I feel like something with the sheep, and I saw a needle with the sheep. So would that be like a vaccination for the sheep? Now, when it comes to COVID, I kind of feel like you guys are on the forefront with this. I kind of feel like in terms of exposing the truth, I feel like you guys might bring it out. I do feel like England may be on the one to... It's like you're the black sheep. You're coming out of the forefront here. And as an aspect of caring about people. So I feel like there could be some inquest or something going on here about that. You guys are going to do, I'm in the Commonwealth Games as well. I'm an Australian. But I do feel like you guys are going to do very well in the games. I do feel like you guys will come first with the medal tally. As I would love to say Australia will, but I do feel like we'll do well. But I feel like you're going to do better in some of the other events with us. Okay, I've got, I feel like there's going to be something coming up, like uncover, like there's something going to be found in terms of like a book or some sort of ancient writing. Not ancient, like I'm looking at 14th century. So I kind of feel like something's going to be found, like from either the Princess of the Tower or like the Tudor, like to do with like Henry the 7th or 8th. There's something around that time. I feel like it's an old book or something that's going to be found to do with that period in one of the old buildings there. I felt like Prince Andrew. I feel like he may come back in the fold. I feel like the Queen wants him to come back. So I feel like there's going to be something for him to come back. I feel like his public image, he'll work on that to change it. Like I said, I do see him and Fergie coming out together. To help his image in the public there, but I feel like the Queen does want him back in the fold. And just remember, guys, that court case that came up, it was a lawsuit case. It wasn't a criminal case. So we still don't know what. Even though that's the first one photo they put out, we don't know everything that's around with that too. Okay. There is I feel like there's going to be some sort of wanting to protect your the heritage and the culture. So if something's going to be coming out with that to protect the heritage and culture of what you guys have. You have a lot of you guys have a lot of history there. It's coming out. Now I kind of felt like curfew. Okay, I feel like I've seen World War II where they had where you guys were bombed. And I was seeing that, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of curfew that happens. So I feel like that there's some sort of curfew that's going to come about. Everyone has to be inside by like 6 o'clock or a certain time. People need to be inside. So I do see a curfew coming up for you guys. I do feel like the Queen wants to keep the Commonwealth intact. So I feel like she does want to keep the Commonwealth together and keep it intact. I don't feel like she wants any countries leaving at the moment. I keep on seeing gold. It's something about gold. I kind of feel like people are trying to store gold or looking for gold or wanting gold. It's something about gold coming up too with you guys. And preparing for food shortages, stocking up. I see people like stocking up for the food shortages. I saw that for you guys as well. People stocking up, being prepared for that. So I saw the shops closing early. The curfew. So I feel like even your shops are going to close early. There's something about curfew and shops closing early. India got said about that inquest about the jab. I saw that. Said that clashing. I feel like the protests about climate change, there's going to be a clashing of protesters about the climate change. I feel like there's going to be things are going to start with that. We're clashing up with that. Like there's a hidden agenda there with that. I feel like there's going to be a clash that comes out with some sort of protest with that. I did feel like also you may have some water issues there too coming up for you guys. And I saw your so I saw plants. I feel like your food, like I saw it being grown in greenhouses, but labs, like labs. So I don't know what that's about, but I keep on seeing it being in labs or grown in labs. Your food coming in there. I also feel like there's going to be some sort of attack, something happening in London. I feel like I'm in London with London Bridge. There's something more with that kind of happened too. I just feel like the world in for a big shock with what's coming up. What's coming up too. But I did feel like this. I can see it now. It's like a London. People are running up the bridge. There's something going to happen with that. And the water. I do also, what else coming up for you guys? I also feel like, I just feel like you guys are going to get back to basics too. I do feel like there's going to be, and also some sort of electricity war or issue with heating too coming up there. I know you guys are going through a heat wave at the moment, but I just feel like it's going to get really cold there when it's time for your winter to come up. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of infighting there with the royals to do with Meghan Markle. There's some stuff going to come up with that too. She's pointing fingers, like she's playing the victim, but I don't feel like she's necessarily is the victim there with that. Okay, let's have a look. So also with Diana, I know that there's a tribute with the statue of Diana, but I feel like there's more coming up with her or to do with her charities in recognition of her, like in celebration of her and her life. I feel like it's going to come out more too. So I've got the cards. I've got some cards for you guys. So it comes out in the cards. Change my cards. Get these cards coming up. Okay. Although I do feel like with the new leadership that comes up, brings about new honour. It does bring about more stability. It is going to be more about breaking away from the EU, the exit. That's going to come up with that. I feel like you guys are quite capable of standing on your own, but you guys are going to start building your networks up with other world leaders, other countries, in terms of where you're going to get involved. I feel like with the new leader comes with a new fresh start. Let's have a look. I do feel like there's going to be more financial help coming out for people who need it too. That's what I feel like with this card. It's more of like financial help, opportunities coming out. I feel like your house prices are gonna drop a bit as well. I feel like things are gonna, in terms of house prices, will become more affordable for people, for young people to come up, to establish their own. But people, I feel like there's a big lashback about how, I think it's just something about Charles and how Charles wants, how he wants things to be done or grown, or how things he wants to be. I just feel like it's going to be a lashback on that with him. But I do see you guys like uniting, coming together. As I said, I feel like there's more financial help coming to people who need it. I feel like it's to do with housing, but it's also to do with affordable of living too, like a tax break or things happening there. There is going to be sort of a lure, like a new way of living or something they're going to try and bring in, and it's like luring, like making it look good, but it's not going to be as what they say it's going to be. It's not going to be as good. But I feel like there's going to be heating issues coming up for you guys. Let's see with this one. It's like being stopped in the tracks. I kind of feel like you guys need to get back to basics, but I feel like, yeah, there's something about money with this. So I feel like your money, the pound's going to become higher. And I said it's something about gold. People want to store gold, look for gold. It's coming up too for you as well. And there's also a sense coming up here of not feeling trapped anymore. So I feel like you guys are breaking free, creating your own individual uniqueness coming up here with this. And I just feel like getting back to your heritage and basics is coming up. And I do feel like there's going to be an aspect of rebuilding something as well. I do see a fire also breaking out in one of the like the old buildings, like the castle, or could be like Tower of London. I just do feel like there could be like a fire or something happening to one of the old buildings there as well. And that's where you may uncover the thing that I found. The book. I just feel like it's an old book and it has writings in it. I just feel like it's to do with it's going to be very old, and it's going to be like something about historians are going to find and going to be really like excited about too coming up. And I just feel like I said, like new leadership comes with new direction, new way of things being. And I feel like people are going to have more hope too. I do see people being more happy there, but it's going to be like erratic changes, and people are unsure who to believe too with what things that are coming out around the world and coming there. And people are going to look for Queen for guidance, and I do feel like she will provide that and provide some sort of ease or calmness. I do also see her coming out more too, more like where it's warmer. I feel like she'll come out more as she can. When it gets a bit cold is when she will see less of her naturally. But I feel like she's a very strong, independent person, and she doesn't like to be bullied or told what to do, and she does what she thinks. But I do feel like you guys are by 2026 you guys have, I think the world's going to a bit of a better place. I will say that. But that's it. So I hope you like my video and my predictions for you guys. If I've missed anything or there's something I'm going to look at, please put in the comment section and I will address it when I can. The world's going through some crazy times, and let's see what happens ahead. But yeah, that's what I was getting for you guys. So thank you for liking, sharing your comments, and I'll see you for my next video. So bye for now.